Greetings to all the teachers. Here I am going to present to you tips of how to make your classroom teaching effective and interesting, how to get that respect and love from the students. So let us start, but before that I'll give you a very short and brief introduction of myself. I am Sanjay Joseph. I am in education field for at least 30 years now. I have been teacher in one of the very reputed school at Patna, and then I have become principals of a few schools like Bishop Scott Senior Secondary Girls School, Jaipuria and school, and then Birla Open Mind schools. So anyway, during my interactions with teachers or during the training of teachers when I was giving, I used to also, and in my teaching life also, I saw there were different teachers. There were teachers for whom students used to wait and be very eager that when will be their classes. And there were teachers who were very average teachers. They used to come and go with their lectures, but they were not They were not getting the same love and respect what the other teachers used to get. There were some very teachers. They were of a celebrity status. But then, what makes these teachers rise up to such levels of love and respect? So I will give you a few tips that you yourself can become a great teacher. So let us start. Tip number one is that firstly, when you are talking to people, you should get their attention. Alright. So that means a classroom is full of people, students, isn't it? So when you are entering in the classroom, the students are already preoccupied with a lot of things. So tip number one is the switch off and switch on. What do I mean with that? Switch off means whatever is there in the mind, which is in the students, which is preoccupied, that you have to remove, and then you have to get them switched on towards you. How can we do that? The best technique is throw a few questions of interest. All the children, I'll tell you, they are always eager to answer quizzes, puzzles, because when you are answering, even the teachers, even if you are conducting the seminar, you can use this trick. Like throw a few questions. Then what happened till people start finding out when they are given up a challenge, they want to do the things. So throw a question. For example, one question, just for example, I'll give you that what will be your position in a race if you have overtaken the person who was in the second position? So the obvious answer is very fast. If you can put in the comment box, the obvious answer children will tell is first position. But have them listen to the question correctly. What will be your position when you have overtaken the person who is in the second position? Obviously, the answer will be, can you put in the comment box? The answer will be second, because the first is still ahead of you and you have overtaken the second person. So then what happens? The children start, that means already they have switched off from their preoccupied mind and they are now attending towards you. And that is very, very important, that you have to keep a few questions ready that you can ask during the course of your classes. Lots of questions you on your own can make, or there are lots of questions you can get from different sources. So then second is in your content. Suppose actually I am trying to address firstly in the right from the beginning. Suppose you are teaching even mathematics in standard 1, addition. Apart from teaching the normal content, can you innovate and can you experiment something new? The newness has to be experimented. So this is the tip number 2. Tip number 2 is present the content with newness and innovation. Like for example, you can ask your children, even if they are in standard 1, that what is the sum of numbers in the first row? Obviously, the children will count and tell you, or add and tell you 7 to 9 and 6, 15. The second row, still they will add 15. The third row, they will add 15. Then you can tell, isn't it some magic? Over here, if you add diagonally, can you all add 8 plus 5 plus 2? So they will say 15. Then they will build up a trust that and then they will try to understand. Okay, you've got skills. Then they will look at this and they will try to see, how did you do that, ma'am or sir? Then you can later on explain how did you do that, because then the children, while doing this, they are not only adding, but they are adding with interest. So let us see, can you all also make the magic square? Yes, you can. Very simple tricks, many methods are there, you can explain to them. You can explain to them very fast, and what you do is you increase the middle box from all the sides. Increase the middle box from all the sides. Then 1, 2, 3 on the diagonals. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Please rewind and see how I am doing this in case you want to learn this. Then this 9 jumps here and 1 has to jump here. Then this 3 jumps here and 7 has to jump here. And then you have to remove what extra you had added. So this is removed. This is removed. So now see what is happening. You have got the same magic square. 7 to 9, 6, 15, 9, 1, 10, 5, 15, 8, 4, 12, 3, 15, 8 to 10, 5, 15, 6, 4, 10, 5, 15, like that. So that means there is a newness while you are teaching addition. Now same way, let us try to see if you have got, you also have to arouse the interest, make them searching and make them thinking, right, and let them get interested. You can throw a question, is any number connected to the total? Yes, the middle number is connected to the total. This is 3 by 3 square, 3 and 3, isn't it? So 9 boxes are there, so 3 by 3. So 5 is a 15. Alright, that means the total will be 3 times the middle number. So then you can then later on also teach the same, through the same thing you can teach in different classes tables. Alright, tables. You can teach them. Table with and also addition. Now what is happening? Suppose I tell you a table of 3. So 3 1 the 3, 3 2 the 6, 3 3 the 9, 4 the 12, 5 the 15, 6 the 18, 7 the 21, 8 the 24 and 9 the 27. So this is the table they have learned. Now what did I say? The 3 will jump over 15 and come over here, 27, 7 will jump over, 9 will jump over 15 and 21 will jump over. So what are we getting? Have a look. Now here the total, as I said, the total is related to the number of boxes, the type of square you have used. This is 3 by 3 square. So 15 3 is 45. Add anywhere around it, you will get 45. 27 and 3 is plus 15. 27 plus 3 is 30 plus 15 is 45. 21 plus 9 30 and plus 15 is 45. 18 and 12 30 plus 15 is 45. So I am going a little faster. But don't worry. So the middle number, if you make it 3 times, you will get the total. So this is how you are arousing the interest as well as you are presenting the content in a different way. Now the children not only have practiced the multiplication of 3, but they have also understood what to say, addition. So during this tip, where what I have told is that present the content with newness and innovation, also involve children in group activity. Alright, encourage and engage. So I will come back to that. I will give you as a tip. But then also your presentation should be neat and clean. Practice your handwriting, your board writing. Teachers, please practice your board writing. Alright, I would like to say your verbal and written expression should be very, very important. Your verbal and written expression is important. So now you have done this, like this same square, what you have to do is, this same square you have to give to different groups of children and then judge the poor learner or the slow learner. I don't call poor learner, I said the learners which lack interest. So now you have already got their attention, they will be jumping to do this. Give them one group you give table of 1, another table of 2, another table of 5, the intelligent ones you give table of 7. Later on, those who want, in my comment box you write down that you need to learn magic square of 5 by 5. I will explain that also to you. The same trick follows over there. So now these things have come. Alright, so the innovation is very, very important for you all. The newness is important. So let me once again recall tip number 1. Tip number 1 is that the switch off and switch on technique, isn't it? Tip number 1 is switch on and switch off technique. Tip number 2 is present the content with newness and innovations. Tip number 3 is make your written and verbal expression attractive. I am talking a little bit fast, I will rather like to go slow, but to get your attention on a video for a longer time, if I talk slow, then what happens, the video timing will be prolonged. I'll tell teachers, please, if you are doing a kitchen work, stop that and give 20 minutes to me. You will be wonderful teachers. Alright, look at this video nicely, post your comments on the comment box. Alright, so tip number 5 is teach the concepts with always providing reasons. You should provide reasons, like say for example, suppose you are doing and teaching multiplication. So first thing is that you practice a little bit. How much is 45 into 9? Who will tell me fast? Who will tell me fast? Who will tell me fast? It is 405. Now the children will tell, ma'am, how did you multiply so fast 405? Then you say, do you know the meaning of multiplication? So they will say, yes ma'am, what is that? Or yes sir, what is that? So 45 into 9 means add 45 9 times. So what I have done, I have added 45 10 times. So always it will come to 450 and I have subtracted 45 from there. So for 450 minus 45 is 405. And then be prepared. 23 into 9, suddenly you throw somebody to the question. So 23 into 9 is how much? 207. Because again, addition, multiplication is what? Repeated addition. So 23 into 10 first you take out, 230, subtract 23 from there and you will get 207. So therefore teach the concept, how did you multiply, how did you divide, you have to tell them the reasons, alright. Sometimes say for example, suppose I have to multiply 88 into 25, say for example, I have to multiply 88 into 25. Then what can be the answer? The answer will be, wait a second, answer will be 8800, then I will make it half 4400, and then I will make it half, then it will be 2200. So this is the answer, 2200 is the answer, alright. Why this is the answer? Because actually then you have to give the reason, the shortcut reason, how did you use that? Multiplying 25 means what to do? 25 into 88 into 25 into 4 you make and divided by 4. So this is 88 into 100. So it will be 8800 divided by 4. Now, have you told the children what is division by 2? Division by 2 means making something half. And division by 4 means making half of the half. That means 8800 half is 4400 and 4400 half is 2200. So the reason is this. So with reason you have to explain so that you get a lot of attention from the students and you get the love and you get the respect. But see what you have done, through your skills you have built a trust that this teacher is little different. And once this is difference through your activities in the class, engaging the children, you have earned respect. And then when you have earned respect, then the children will wait and love you wait for your class. They will love you and they will wait for your class. That means always a relationship is built this way, winning the trust, then through your skills getting the respect, and then obviously the love factor will come inside. The children will have affection towards you. So that is one part. Even for science, show the simple experiments. Don't narrate the experiment in the class. Say for example, suppose you are telling a base turns a red litmus blue. Say for example, then you show a base turns red litmus blue. Then you show that you are putting, say for example, a base turns red litmus blue. So that means here I had put red litmus, it did not turn blue. That means it is not a base. So I will take red litmus again and I will try to put it there and I will find that whole thing has turned blue. Alright, whatever part is being dipped, then the litmus paper is blue, isn't it? So, and the other way around, the acid turns blue litmus red. So I am putting the blue litmus inside, then it is turning red. So you show the experiment. These are simple experiments which you should show. Alright, now if I put some See, this is a colorless things. See, experiments are like magic. They appear magic to the student. You should show. You should not just tell. I've taken, say, for example, one colorless substance, another colorless substance is here, and I'll add them. Then what will happen? Have a look. Then the color changes. Both of them were color. Now this is turned pink. Actually, what is that? Normally an indicator. When you're teaching acid-base indicator, you are discussing about indicators, isn't it? So you should show, not you should just show that this was colorless, now this has become like that. I don't know what will happen if I put some acid over here. I don't know. See, the color goes. So it is a neutralization reaction. The acid reacts with the base, and then we get the, because the color decolorizes because the acid has nullified the effect of the base and neutralized the solution. So these are the few experiments in basic level. Even in a little younger stage, in certain classes, you should take these small experiment things and show, so that the children get attracted towards the subject. It's not always the syllabus having those things, but you can show it to them. Even in physics, suppose you have to show that air exerts pressure from all the sides. What I will do is, I will take this paper and then I will turn it upside down, and I will find that nothing happens. It did not fall down. So therefore, this experiment also you can show. Alright, but practice this experiment a lot of time so that you are comfortable and the experiment does not fail in the class. So all these things are important tips. Few more things are going to come. Also, once you have done your what to say, you have taken your class, you have completed your class, then the next thing is that when you leave the children, leave them with some questions based on what you taught. Say for example, if you taught the magic square, you give them only small homework, 3 tables you give that make the magic square like that. Or you have done the experiment, then the children should be making a video of the experiment which they have done. That will be very nice, that they show what they have done. Even air applies pressure. Say for example, I am taking the bottle and the cap over here. So when I am pressing the bottle regains shape. Pressing the bottle regains shape. Why? Because air is exerting pressure from this side, say for example, then the air inside is balancing that pressure. But suppose I remove the air from inside by pressing it and cover it up, not allowing the air to enter, then the bottle will not regain its shape. So these small experiments you should do for your children. These small experiments you should do for your children instead of narrating the experiment. So well and good. Thanks a lot, all the teachers. I was getting a lot of questions from teachers, and they are telling, sir, how do you make your class interesting, as well as how we are supposed to make our classes interesting. I think so. Those who are doing it already, I congratulate them to be best teachers. And those who are not doing, I know that we together can lift each other, because we together can enrich each other. A lot of things I have learned from you all, watching you all, and the same thing I want to give it back to you all, because when I was in education, there were a lot of support from the principals, and a lot of training from the principals. At the same time, lot of training and enrichment from not even the teachers, but certain things I learned from the students also, new methods, because children come out with new methods. So next time I am going to put a video how to teach effective mathematics in high school. Wait for that video. Thanks a lot.